Good morning and welcome to Commitment Sunday. The theme of this year's stewardship campaign is honoring the vision. Each time we enter this magnificent space to worship or attend a baptism in the chapel house or enjoy each other's company in Fellowship Hall, we are reminded that the founders of this church and the sustainers ever since had an expansive vision, one that extended well beyond their own time to experience it. 75 years is long enough for 3, even 4 generations to have experienced River Road Church. Most of us have heard the stories about those who personally obligated themselves for the construction of this sanctuary. Let me share the specifics as found in the official church history of the first 50 years. By 1967, the harsh realities of financing came to the front, and the time approached for hard decisions. Banks had limitations on the amount of money they would lend for church building. Money could be secured, but the banks wanted evidence of widespread interest on the part of members of the congregation. The Bank of Virginia and Central National would share the loan, which could not exceed $1.2 million. To guarantee the loans, the banks wanted endorsements from 50% of adult in-town family units. The notes were to be signed in the minimum amount of $1,000 and were to be signed by individual members of the congregation. The Board of Deacons signed. The Board of Administration signed. And on Palm Sunday, March 19, 1967, individual members of the congregation signed in private in the chapel. Can you picture it? They worshiped in Fellowship Hall. They walked past an empty lot upon which this magnificent building stands now, and entered the chapel alone and signed a banknote for at least $1,000. Think of it. How much did people make in 1967? Teachers made less than $5,000 a year. Many who signed were college professors who did not make much more than that. Certainly, there were a few substantial pledges, but our church was built by courageous, sacrificial persons and their families, and their vision and purpose extended beyond themselves. Indeed, Dr. Vernon Britt Richardson, who challenged the church to build this sanctuary and led the congregation through the process, died unexpectedly after only 14 months in the pulpit. Several generations of River Roaders have paid it forward for the benefit of our families and to the glory of the kingdom. And we, the beneficiaries of their vision, have the privilege and the joy of following in their footsteps, honoring their vision, and extending it forward to future generations. When the members signed those banknotes in 1967, they had faith in God, they had faith in each other, and they had faith in us.